It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is November 14th, 2018, and I gotta give a shout out to my man Fuck Off, that's PHUK, and he wanted to hear Outkast Stank Love, aka Stankonia. Yes, this is a winner, my friend. This is a classic. Outkast is a classic rap group, one of my top 5 for sure. So much love to you for that one, my friend. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. Yes, another day, hopefully another dollar, right? Today we're going to be talking about the Lightning Network. They've made some new milestones or hit some new milestones, but you know, the milestones they hit will really, in my opinion, kind of show you where they are in the scalability or roadmap to scaling in the Lightning Network. They've got a long way to go, people, a long way, years in my opinion. So we'll take a look at that. But in this article also, you'll be surprised, another project is going to be picking up the Lightning protocol and have it implemented by the end of this year. It was actually a token that I mentioned yesterday in yesterday's video, so I think you guys will be interested in that. And then secondly, we've got Seagate, the hard drive manufacturer. They're going to be leveraging and using IBM's Hyperledger to crack down on fraudulent hard drives. So I thought that was a pretty interesting article to take a look at. And also it makes me kind of pose the question, I personally see these types of adoptions of the blockchain being more prevalent in the future, meaning private blockchains for companies to leverage and protect against fraud and counterfeiting, all of that type of stuff. So if that's the case, I think, you know, we could possibly, I'm not saying that we are, maybe we are possibly over forecasting the impact of blockchain from a price perspective on a lot of these public blockchains that we know. Maybe the future looks like these corporate Fortune 500 companies using their own private blockchains and not the ones that are public that we love today. So that's something to think about and you know, get the wheels turning. Not saying that it will happen, but you know, maybe that's what the future looks like with mass adoption of the blockchain. So before we go any further though, I want you guys to jump over to cryptoblood.io. There will be a link at the top for trading. I'll have that link up there by the time you see this video, and you can access the BitMEX algo. I think I'm going to actually do a separate video because I've been getting questions regarding leverage trading and how this all works. You don't need much money to control a large amount of capital. That's the beauty of it. And if used properly, and this algo does use properly the leveraging or margin of trading, it could be a real great tool for you to grow your principal fairly quickly. So if you see here, $250 controls $12,000 in trading. That's if we were and that's at 50x leverage. That's not even at 100x, which BitMEX allows, but there's no reason we need 100x. Where all trades are at 50x, so 250 controls 12,000. And then if you're, for example, but we're just to make this clear, we do not trade the whole 250 per trade. So you know, you put 250 into your account and we get a buy signal, we're not putting $12,000 long on Bitcoin. Okay, so we would actually be putting $25,000 to $3,000 trade on Bitcoin with that 250 bucks. So that can kind of give you some understanding of the setup for a trade, right? A hypothetical trade. So yeah, I'll do a detailed video at some point, maybe later this week, hopefully, if I'm not too busy, to kind of go through that in more detail. But yeah, you've got 3 days left to get that 20% discount, guys. And also you get even deeper discounts if you do decide to do 6 or 12 months. You'll see those reflected below. And one last thing, I'll be on the Kirby Crypto Show live in a few hours. They're out in Los Angeles. I met them out at the Vegas crypto conference, the World Crypto Con. Very nice dudes, and I'll be on their show later today. I will rebroadcast that on my channel either tonight or tomorrow sometime, so look out for that. That is KRBE Crypto on YouTube. So check them out, guys, if you're interested. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. So check it out if you can. But let's take a look at this market cap. We're currently at 209 billion. We're losing steam here. Bitcoin's dominance is still at 52%. And if you take a look here, we're just kind of touching this line over and over again. It's not a good look, I tell you that much. Definitely not a good look to see us staying so closely to this line and not making any real moves up. So yeah, we'll have to just kind of watch this. We tried again a third time officially on the break of this trend line. It didn't happen though. Bull stepped in and bidded us up. So I'll keep an eye out on that for you guys. But the first article is out of Crypto Globe. And it says here, Seagate to use IBM Hyperledger in bid to crack down on fake hard drive. Seagate, a US-based computer hardware manufacturer well known for its data storage products, will use the IBM's Hyperledger blockchain in an effort to reduce the amount of counterfeit hardware infiltrating its supply chain, Forbes reported last week. To this end, the hardware company, taking in over $10 billion in revenue last year, is experimenting with building blockchain identified credentials directly into their hardware during the manufacture phase. These credentials, akin to cryptographic fingerprints, may allow verification of genuine hardware at each point in the supply chain. Manuel Offenberg, project lead, said they found a unique way of tying the physical product to the virtual world through the blockchain. We think that's where some of the novelty is, where we really can go from a physical product to a virtual blockchain world. As hardware units occasionally fail, Seagate is having problems on both sides of the supply chain, as fake hardware can be substituted both for retail delivery and product returns to the manufacturer for defects. The company hopes to solve both issues with new measures. IBM itself uses Seagate hard drives in its own servers and could potentially be the first real beneficiary of the venture. Supply chain tracking is one of the most vaunted potential applications of the growing crypto asset industry, catching the imagination and attention of non-crypto media outlets. The article finishes up by saying Hyperledger is an open source collaborative effort created to advocate cross-industry blockchain technologies and is hosted by the Linux Foundation. IBM offers services built atop the basic platform utilizing the Hyperledger Fabric version of the software, an enterprise-focused iteration that has lately been integrated within other enterprise ledgers. The Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, an organization endeavoring to make the Ethereum blockchain accessible to businesses, recently announced a partnership with Hyperledger. So yeah, what do you guys think? I think that's an excellent reason or use case for Seagate. So if you have people returning hard drives that are actually not real hard drives back to them for servicing or replacement, now a quick scan of that fingerprint will immediately let them know whether or not that's a real hard drive. I think that's a great idea. And again, you know, I pose a question: are we putting overemphasis on the adoption of blockchain being on public blockchains and overlooking the possibility that the majority of blockchain integration or adoption may be on the private side? Something you have to think about. You know, guys, I try to keep it real and keep us always thinking outside the box, just so that we can keep ahead of the curve and be one step ahead of the masses, really. So you guys let me know your thoughts on that. Have you thought about that being a possibility? You surely should. Second article out of the Bitcoinist, and it says here, Lightning Network passes 4,000 nodes, reaches all-time capacity high. Data from monitoring service 1ML confirms the latest growth of Bitcoin's second layer design for faster and cheaper payments. The Lightning Network, which at press time November 13th had a total of 4,026 nodes, of which 2,900 were public, though many more hidden nodes likely exist. The mainnet has a capacity of 112 Bitcoin, roughly around $709,000, with the largest single node fairly cheap, providing just under 16 Bitcoin of that amount. Earlier Tuesday, the capacity figure had reached 118 Bitcoin. That's roughly 743,000, a new all-time high for the mainnet. While Lightning Network still remains a decidedly experimental concept, with developers still working on basic security and robustness rather than user experience or ease of use, technical achievements and consensus continues to progress. As a result of a summit held in Melbourne, Australia in September, Alex Bosworth, a corresponding developer for Lightning, announced on Monday improvements the community has agreed to implement. In the next version of the Lightning Network, a total of 30 changes would go live. These include multi-path payments, dual funded channels, and hidden destinations, along with more technical features. So this is one shocker here, Stellar to add Lightning by 2019. While the technology is also active for Litecoin, Stellar this week, meanwhile, also pledged to debut Lightning on its network before the end of 2018. In a blog post, officials said that they had noted the market demand for more private channel transactions and would thus hasten implementation. Lightning will have a huge positive effect on Stellar's long-term scalability and security, they added. We've been aware of Lightning's potential for Stellar for a while, and we've recently collaborated with Stellar advisor and Bitcoin core developer Jeremy Rubin to optimize our implementation. The altcoin this week moved into the top 5 cryptocurrency market cap, relegating EOS to 6th place, and I told you guys about that yesterday. So Stellar really making moves, people, making moves. I'm very excited about that. And yeah, Lightning Network can handle 750K. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. They got a long way to go, but they are making progress. I have to say, they definitely are making progress. So that's pretty much it. You guys let me know your thoughts on both of those articles. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And click that bell if you do subscribe. That's pretty much it though for today, ladies and gents. Again, check out that live stream with Kirby Crypto later today, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And one more time, I gotta give a shout out to my man, Fuck Off, Outcast, Stankonia. It's your boy Crypto Blood. That's my 2 Satoshis for November 14th, 2018. Holla!